Now, you got to stop it right there. All the talk we've heard lately about the poor economy, everything costing more while we're making less, has to leave you feeling a little punch drunk. So I say forget about that fight for a few minutes and take a ringside seat for tonight's Take a Break report about a man who's not exactly fighting for his life, but who does live to fight. At 45 years old, an age when many boxers consider retirement, Todd Poulton of Pittsfield, Massachusetts is starting a career on the celebrity boxing circuit. He's too old to go pro. No one will grant him a boxing license. And while he may not have the kind of name recognition of his opponents like Vanilla Ice and Sugar Ray Leonard Jr., his story has star quality written all over it.
I'm a born fighter.
When Todd was a kid, he used to tell his father he wanted to box, but Dad shut it down and Todd gave up. That is, until he discovered his dad had been a fighter.
And he's like, no, son, I just messed around with it. Well, come to find out, I found out he was a champion in the service, Army boxer. Just warming up with the right jab.
Todd was more determined than ever to live a life in the ring until life threw him a sucker punch, an extreme case of obsessive compulsive disorder that went undiagnosed for years.
I was in the process of almost losing my children. I couldn't parent. I was a mess. Nervousness, panic attacks.
All stemming from the OCD.
All from the OCD, they found out. Bring them in.
Todd got help managing his condition, but when he finally got back to boxing, he was 40 years old.
Was there a time 5 years ago where all the dreams you'd always had about becoming a boxer, you were almost thinking, yeah, well, I got to put that away?
Totally.
As luck would have it, that's when he walked into a store and into the life of CBS 6 fill-in sports anchor, A.J. Vitone.
I'll never forget it. Like Ali, he comes inside the store and he's like, I want to fight. Somebody get me a fight. First thing I thought was, this guy's crazy. Like, what's this guy's deal?
Todd's deal was enough to make A.J. his promoter, and now he's been helping to orchestrate a boxing career that even local pros, like Sean Miller, find inspirational.
Right, well, anything can happen, and if you put your mind to it and you set your goals, I mean, that's what it is, and that's what Todd's doing, so it's great.
Todd is exceeding expectations, being an Italian southpaw, winning his bouts, most by knockout. And the man who once told him to stay out of the ring is now firmly in his corner.
My dad was proud as any dad would be, watching his 45-year-old son come out of the dressing room 3 weeks ago, holding my jacket, my belt. It was my dad that brought me into the ring.
And how's this for exciting? Todd just had a bout this past weekend and won in a first-round knockout. While he was there, he chatted up former Major League Baseball player Jose Canseco, and he secured himself his biggest fight to date. In September, Todd will take on Canseco in Massachusetts, possibly as close as Springfield. Poulton's already predicting another first-round knockout, so watch out, Canseco. In the meantime, keep those good news stories coming. Email them to me, Jerry at CBS6Albany.com.
Wow, that's quite a story.
I tell you, he's a southpaw, and he's got a great shot with right and left, so.
All right, well, don't make him mad.
I know, kidding.